Hey, good afternoon and welcome. I'm Jeff Richter, and this is Retired Guy's Garage. So, when I set up this channel, and I told you I wouldn't just be working on equipment and cars and trucks and that kind of stuff. I told you we'd be doing stuff around the house and, other weird stuff I've got going on. So, as luck would have it, I have a JukeBox that I bought a couple of years ago. That doesn't seem to want to work correctly. It was missing some parts when I got it, and mainly the amplifier was missing. So I was able to find a second one that was in poor condition, but had at the time what I had hoped was a good amplifier in it, which turned out it did. So swapped the amplifier into this one, and unfortunately, the amplifier worked, and all was good, except now that I've done that, the record mechanism / selector thing not working so great. I can kind of fudge it to make the records play, but it doesn't pick the right record, etc., etc., etc. So, this is what I'm going to get into. So let me flip you around real quick, kind of show you what I'm talking about. So that big silver thing in the back there with the handle on it, that is the amplifier, which was missing. So that came out of this one. Exact same JukeBox. It's a Rowe AMI TI1. For anyone that is curious, and so they're both the same JukeBoxes. And actually, when I bought that one, when I bought this parts JukeBox, it actually came with a repair manual, which was kind of cool. So I honestly don't remember how much I paid for that one, but it's got a lot of good parts on it, and probably just going to end up either giving away or selling whatever's left after I've rated it for the parts I need. So let's get back to this one here, the one that we're fixing. So I have a feeling that it is something to do with this part right here. This is the selector, which when you select the song, this little thing starts spinning. However, it won't engage back here with these pinwheels. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I'll try and get down in there for you. But anyway, there's pins back here, right down there. And this, as this spins, it should engage this to engage the drum to select the record. But somewhere there's a disconnect between here and here. However, there's a little contact, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, but it's right there. And if you push on that contact, it will actually engage and turn the drum. However, because it's not all synced up, because I'm kind of overriding the whole system, it will actually go ahead and select a record, but kind of one of those, it just kind of picks the record it wants instead of the record I want. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on. So I'll take you through the process. I think what I may do is I may go ahead, and I'm not, like I said, I've not ever worked on a JukeBox before, so this is all kind of new to me. But I think what I may do is I may take this selector. I believe it's got something to do with something in this part right here, because like I said, if you manually engage these points or this for lack of a better word, point system back here, it will actually engage the whole system all the way back, and it will turn the drum. And like I said, it does select a record, just not the right one. So yep, so I think what I'm going to do is, my next step is I'm going to take this piece out of the other one, and swap that out first and see if that does anything. And while I'm in there, I'll look around and see if maybe there's maybe an adjustment that needs to be made back in here somewhere. There's some adjustments that can be made back here. Unfortunately, the repair manual is not too helpful on this problem, but we're going to try that first. So let me get into getting this changed out, and I'll get you some video back. I'll get you some video as I'm taking this after I get this apart, and I'll show you what's back there, and hopefully what I think is wrong with it. So, but for right now, I'm going to get into this a little bit, and I will absolutely bring you along for the ride as I try to fix this thing. I'm going to turn it on here in just a second. I'm going to pause this video and turn it on and show you it working. It's pretty cool. Story behind it is it was actually supposed to be out of a Waffle House. So that's kind of cool. You know, Waffle House is big here in Georgia, and kind of cool to have a piece of history like that. Of course, I don't have any documentation to say for sure that that's where it came from, but the folks I bought it from a couple of years back told me that it had come out of a Waffle House, so I thought that was kind of cool and a cool piece of history. But let me get this thing fired up and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so as you can see, that selector, this piece right here, is just spinning, and these arms that are, you can see kind of the white piece passing by along this ring of pins, is actually what's supposed to go ahead and engage the entire mechanism and then turn the drum to select the record, but that's not happening for some reason. So like I said, if you push on this contact right here, it does go ahead and starts turning the drum like it should, and it will indeed pick a record. I don't know which one. And pretty cool. Starts working and sounds good for being, I'm guessing this thing is probably from the 70s, so, you know, the better part of 50 some years old. So pretty cool. Really cool piece. I can't wait to get it working right. And yeah, it should be fun. So, and there again, see how this selector now is turning all the time? I don't think it's supposed to do that. I think that selector, once the record is selected and playing, I think that selector that is supposed to stop spinning. And if you turn it off, the record will keep playing, but the selector stops, and then you just turn it back on and it pops the little center portion back up that holds the record in place. So, yep. My guess is, if I was a betting man, I would say it's something to do with that little piece right there. Something in there, something that's not. I'll shut this off. So, something that's not adjusted properly, or something, when we moved this with us, so something probably got jostled and either knocked out of alignment or knocked out of adjustment or something. But yeah, I'm gonna get that piece swapped out and see if we get anywhere with that. So, stay with us, stay with me, and I'll get that circuit that swapped out and let you know how that goes, and hopefully we'll have this thing up and running pretty soon. Stay with me. All right, so as it turns out, it wasn't a bad part to get out. 3 bolts basically holding it in on this one. Right? So yeah, 3 bolts holding it in. Nothing physically connects that part to this part. So that's was a pretty simple thing to get out. And judging by how clean this one looks, I'm going to go ahead and guess that this has been replaced at some point on the one I took it off of for parts. So hopefully this is a fairly new one. It's got some new looking decals on it and stuff like that. So we'll hope that that's what it is. And we'll get that one put in right there where that old looking one is, and hopefully that's the problem. So, all right, stick with it and stick with me, and we'll see if this fixes it. All right, so we've got that selector board installed. Now it's just going to be a matter of getting up and turning this thing back on and seeing if that fixed the problem. We'll find out in a few minutes. Stay with me.